Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Kunal Patel and today we are going to learn iteration and the adding and modifying the rows and columns. Okay, so today we are going to start with the iteration, how you can iterate through the data frame, right? So first of all, let me tell you what is the meaning of iteration, right? So the meaning of iteration is repeating some steps one by one. Okay. So as you are writing a for loop in a C or C++, okay. So what you are doing, you are iterating, right? So you are repeating some steps according to the conditions applied, right? So here there are three main functions we are going to use for iterations, right? So the first function is iterate items. Then next is iterrows, and the third one is itertuples. Okay, so in this video, we are going to see what is the difference between these three functions, okay, and how they behaves. Okay, so first of all, we start with the iterating data frame using iterate item function. So before that, we are we are going to create one data, right? So for that, here I am taking a different method today in this video. So you will get the idea how you can create a data in a different ways. So here we are going to create a data set for the students, right? So in that, first of all, you need to go for the import pandas as PD, right? Then what you can do, you need to create the students data set. So here we are going for the key value pairs. So as we know that keys are the columns, right? And the values, the column values are considered as a series, right? So how you can create the series? So pd dot series and into bracket, you can provide these particular values, list of values, right? Similarly, I'm going to provide the values for city. So now let's create the data frame from this series. So df is equals to pd dot data frame and then students. Okay. Now let me print the value how our data frame look likes, right? So if I execute this code, okay, then you will get that. First of all, let me execute. Okay. So now you can understand here, this is the particular student's data frame, right? So here name and city, right? I have upgraded my notebook version. So in this notebook version, you will see by default, they are providing the particular sorting and all that stuff over here, right? So that makes your work easy. Okay. Now this is our data frame. Now I want to iterate through this particular data frame using our three functions. So first of all, we are going to display. Suppose from these, let me first take one simple example. From this, if I want to print only the column names, so what I can do, I can write for column underscore name in df print column underscore name. Okay, and if I execute, then you can see it will print all the column names, okay. Now let's iterate through the function iterate item. So basically iterate item function iterate our data frame in a form of key value pairs. Okay, so as we know that our keys are name, city, and values are like this. Okay, so let's see how this function works. So for key and values in df dot iter items, okay, and then key value. Okay, then I'm printing the key comma value. Okay, so let me execute this. So you can see over here it is iterating through these columns. So 0 Jack, 1 Anand, okay, 2 John. Likewise, it is also providing the values of city. Okay, all the city name and all the names. Okay, so likewise, you can print the particular key value pair. Okay, now our second function is iterate rows function. So instead of columns, it is going to be iterated through the rows, right? So it will print the values row wise, right? So let's see how it works for, let me print the row index also and the row values in df dot iterrows function, and let me print that row index and the row value, right? So if I execute this code, then you can see now instead of that particular column, it is providing the row wise data. So name is Jack, city is Anand. Then index 1, name is Anand, city Baroda. Then index 2, name is John, city is Mumbai, right? But here it provides the name as a column wise. So name column and the city column, right? So I hope you will find the difference between these two functions than how it is iterating through your data frame, right? And the third one is very important one, right? Suppose say for example, if you are working in a university or if you are working in any organization, right? Employees, and if your management want to send some data or send some letters and post to your, you can say, addresses and all that, so they require the particular, you can say, data of the employee or students, right? Okay, if I want to send the counseling reports to the students, right, so I require the data of all the students, right? So if I iterate through this particular data frame, then I will get the data in that particular form. So for row in df dot itertuples, okay, then I'm just printing the rows, okay, and now you can see that it displays the data in a pretty much manner. So like index is 0, 1, 2, 3. So instead of that, you can also provide the roll numbers or ID numbers, then name, city, then email address, and all that stuff you can provide over here, right? So this is a tuple. Okay, this is a tuple. So your particular iterate tuple function will iterate through your data frame in the form of tuples, right? So this is the difference between these, you can say, three functions: iteritems, iterrows, and itertuples. Okay. Now, after iterating, uh, let me take another topic that is called adding or modifying the columns and rows, right? So suppose for in my previous video, we have seen that how you can update the values of rows and columns, right? So here we are going to perform some basic functions like how to edit the column, how to add the column, how you can add the new rows and all that. Okay, so first of all, we are going to add some column in my data frame. So df, and I'm going to add the branch of the students. Okay, so in that you can provide the IT and you can provide the CP. Okay, right? And here we have three students, then need to provide the values in three format. Okay, now if I print the value of this data frame, then you can see over here one new column is added. One new column is added, IT, CP, and IT for my students. Okay. Now suppose, say for example, if I want to print a columns, right? So for that, what I can do, specific columns df into bracket, I can provide the list name, comma, the branch of that particular students. Okay, then pretty much you can see that you can, okay, so there is a spelling mistake. Okay, now you can see you can display the values according to the name and the branch also. Okay, right? So likewise, you can print the particular data of that, you can say, data frame. Now suppose, say for example, if I want to delete, okay, so if I want to delete the columns, so how I can do that? So del statement is there, okay, and then df branch, and you can print the df after that. Okay, so now you can see your branch is deleted. Only we have a name and city. Only we have name and city. So this way you can also delete the columns. Okay, now the next is how you can add the values. How you can add the values. Okay, so what you can do over here, like, so if I want to add another value, then I can go for the log because I want to get the location. So right now I have 0, 1, and 2. So from at the third index, I want to print some value, right? So what kind of values I can provide? That name is Julie, or you can say the name is Batman, then the city is Texas. Okay, and you can print, you can have the particular value at that particular location. So likewise, you can also get the particular, also add the particular rows into your data frame. Okay, right? Suppose, say for example, now if I want to delete the particular row, so what I can do, so I just need to provide the particular index over here. Okay, so I can just provide the drop. Okay, and then I just execute the code and just print the df. Then you can see my third index value is dropped, right? And in place is equals to true, we are putting to just make the permanent changes in our data frame, right? So I hope you all are clear with these particular terminologies, right? How to iterate through the particular rows and columns, and how to add a column, how to delete a column, how to add a row, and how to delete the rows. Okay, right? So thanks for watching, guys, this video. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel for more updated videos. Okay, bye.